well. So
Hello, everybody, and greetings. Welcome to Trenton 365. Jacque Howard here. A couple of things for you to keep in mind that this will be shown through multiple platforms, and you can always stay connected to what we're doing by visiting on Facebook, Trenton 365, also the Trenton 365 community calendar page. And if you're into biking and cycling, etc., the Capital City Rollers Facebook page as well. Today, we've got Jacque McNichol back, who is the founder and the executive director of Freedom Skate NJ, which is an indoor skate park. Jacque's going to give us all the details on that. We're going to talk a bit about what's going on in the skate scene, as well as what's happening with the winter skate program that Freedom NJ is doing. Jacque, welcome back to the program, man. How have you been?
as well as anyone can be doing in this crazy year, but making it work. Fortunately, staying safe and healthy. Knock on wood, and yeah, happy to be back.
That's fantastic, and happy to see you and to see that alternative recreation of skateboarding is happening again and has been happening in Trenton. So let's talk about what Freedom has been up to, and let's lead in with the winter skate program.
Sure. So as you summed up, Freedom is a free public skate park in the city of Trenton. For the time being, it's the only skate park in Trenton, and it is also the only indoor skate park in the entire state of New Jersey. So we partner with the City of Trenton Department of Recreation to run free events every Saturday that are 100% open to the public, and they occur in the Roebling Wireworks building, which is the historic building that's home to Art All Night, the Punk Rock Flea Market, Trenton Circus Squad, a whole bunch of great community activities. We use the building during the winter when it's too cold for really any other activities to take place there. We turn it into a skate park that's open to the public every Saturday from noon to 6. We have boards and helmets available to borrow, and we just work hard to make it a fun place where folks of all ages, all skill levels, whether you've skated for 15 years like myself or just getting on a board for the first time, you can come give skateboarding a try and have somewhere where you can feel safe, where you can do this fun activity, and where you can get out of the house in a healthy and safe way on a Saturday afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Now, the website is freedomnj.org for folks who want to check it out, freedomnj.org. Jacque, as a nonprofit organization, what was the intent of going that route of having Freedom NJ be a nonprofit organization?
So historically, the reason why indoor skate parks have shut down in the state of New Jersey is because they've always been run as a business, and the goal has been to make money. And that's not our goal. We are a 100% volunteer organization. We do fundraise, but all the money that we raise goes back into building new ramps, improving the park, providing more skateboards for kids who wouldn't be able to afford them on their own, things like that. So our intention has never been to make money off this. Our intention is to provide a safe and accessible place in Trenton where Trenton youth, Trenton young adults, and folks in the skateboarding community in Trenton and the surrounding areas can come to skate, especially when it's too rainy, cold, or dark to skate outside. Because right now in the state of New Jersey, there are no indoor skate parks. So if it rains, nobody is skateboarding in the state of New Jersey. When times like this right now, when it gets dark at 4 in the afternoon, if you're someone who's in school, if you're taking care of a parent, if you work like me and a lot of other skateboarders, you're out of luck. There's no skate parks with lights. There's nowhere to go. And so our goal has always been to address that need while also providing a place where youth in Trenton can get a chance to experience the health benefits of skateboarding, get a chance to experience the mental health benefits of skateboarding, and learn the life lessons skateboarding teaches about thinking creatively and setting goals and working hard to achieve them. And then also to attract people and bring together folks from across Trenton's different neighborhoods and throughout the state of New Jersey to build a stronger, more supportive community for Trenton, and also to get Trenton on the map a little more and help people come to see and understand the creative scene, the art scene, the music scene that lives and is really valuable here in Trenton and makes it a unique and exciting city.
That's awesome. Thank you very much for that, Jake. And sticking with the Trenton skate scene and also the cross culture, the marriage of it, I'm sure there's plenty of people who would say, well, all the things that Trenton could do, why a skate park? And are there any kids here that even really want to skate park? Can you talk about the turnout and about the cross culture and the diversity that we've seen?
For sure. So diversity is one of the hallmarks of freedom events. Anyone who comes to a freedom event, I can tell you what you're going to see is people of all ages, of all ethnicities, all backgrounds, all genders and gender identities. And we intentionally create a atmosphere that welcomes that and that cultivates that. Skateboarding is a unique activity in that it does break down barriers that might exist in other parts of society. People who might live in different sections of the city, people who might come from different towns and different backgrounds and might look very different and maybe wouldn't ever meet otherwise. Skateboarding provides this common ground that brings them together. And to address the other part of your question, the attendance side of it, typically, this is the third year we've been doing the Trenton Winter Skateboarding Program. Last year, our average attendance at every event was over 100 people, and that's mostly Trenton residents. And it's been really exciting this year because over the past couple of years, we've developed a really core following in the city of Trenton. And every Saturday, there's a group of Trenton young adults and teenagers. These are kids ages 13 up to young folks age 22, 23. And they're waiting for us to open the building every week. And I see them, they're out skating downtown. They're skating in the streets when they can't get to the park. But every Saturday, they're waiting and they're there the entire day. And if we were able to stay open later into the night, I guarantee they would be there until as long as they could. And so, I mean, the need is there. The desire is there for this. And the community benefit is there, because the thing you see with a lot of these kids who are really fired up about skating is everybody has something in their life that teaches them these lessons about setting their own goals, being their own person, feeling confident in themselves. And for some folks, that's school. And if that's school for you, that's awesome. For some folks, it's sports, it's basketball, it's football, it's hockey. And for those folks, that's awesome. But there's some people who don't connect with those environments, but for them, skateboarding is the thing that clicks. And when they skate, they get this opportunity to see an obstacle in front of them, and it transforms from something that's in their way and something that's preventing them from achieving what they want. It becomes an opportunity to express themselves and to do something that they're proud of. And skateboarding teaches young people, and kids especially, to feel confident thinking for themselves and setting their own goals. And then they follow through on those goals and they're celebrated for it by the community. And it reinforces that idea that you can set your own agenda. You can be the person you want to be. And whether someone skates for the rest of their life or only skates for a year, whether they end up going on to be the next Tony Hawk, or they become somebody like me who skates in his free time but works a normal 9 to 5, those lessons that they pick up through skateboarding, that sticks with them for the rest of their lives. And that's really important. And that's what we want to provide kids in Trenton and young adults in Trenton the opportunity to learn and engage with and benefit from.
Mhm. Now, earlier on, you mentioned some of the community partnerships and support that you've had. The city of Trenton, of course, the recreation department. You've also mentioned the Trenton Circus Squad, and I have seen you interact with the mayor of Trenton, Reed Gussie Orr. Can you talk about those that trio of communal organizations and people that you've been supported by?
Sure. I can talk about those, and I'll add a few more as well. I mean, Trenton Circus Squad, for anyone who's unaware of what they do similar work to what we do, except instead of skateboarding, they use circus arts. So things like juggling, acrobatics, tumbling. They provide, again, free programs for youth in Trenton and the Trenton community. And they essentially use these circus arts programs to teach those same lessons I was just talking about confidence, about setting goals for yourself. And they have been a fantastic partner. We share the Wireworks building with them. They use it during the week and we use it on the weekends. And we actually were able to literally get our foot in the door through Circus Squad. They were receptive to a proposal that we came up with and helped us to coordinate a pilot program in 2018. And that was our first ever Trenton Winter Skateboarding program. And if you look back on that now, it looks so different than what we've been doing now, just because the resources were so limited and our community and our volunteers were so much smaller. We had great ramps, but there were ramps we built on our own. And since then we've gotten donations and been able to really build up the range of obstacles we're able to offer and the complexity of those obstacles. But that has been possible because of our partnership with the city of Trenton and Mayor Gusiora, who has been incredibly supportive. He understands the value that alternative recreation brings to the city. He understands that it's not just about, oh, cool, we have a skate park, like this is a cool thing. It's actually something that is unique and provides a service for the community. And he has the vision to see that. And again, the recreation department as well, they understand, they appreciate what we do, and they embrace it as an opportunity to provide something new and unique for the Trenton community. And then the couple other partners I just want to shout out are one, Friends of Amtico Square, which is an incredible grassroots community organization that has been around, predates Freedom, and has been working hard to get a permanent outdoor skate park built at the Amtico Square Brownfield site in East Trenton. And they've worked with us over the summer. We do skate jams in partnership with them in East Trenton, and those have also been really successful. And they've been really strong, consistent advocates with the city, pushing for this pretty large scale infrastructure project of building an outdoor skate park and event space and bike polo course. And they've just been incredible partners as well since day one. So I want to shout them out. And then the final shout out is just the skate community, who has showed up and devoted so much time and effort and skill to making Freedom what it is. No one, as I said, gets paid for this. We're all volunteers, but the skate community in Trenton and the broader New Jersey skate community have, over the course of the past few years, volunteered thousands of hours, and they've lifted hundreds of pounds of ramps and plywood and things like that. And it's just been really amazing to see skaters come together for something that benefits their community and do it so selflessly. And so I always want to give a shout out to the skaters as well who make this happen.
Sure, man. Well said. I think that you looped everything together nicely. I'm glad that we can be a part of this movement that's happening for recreational, alternative recreation, but also just exposure to things that traditionally aren't exposed to some people, and happening here in Trenton. You know, Jake, before we finish up, man, I want you to give some more details about the Winter Skate program. And I know that some of the folks who are looking for things to do recreationally are still understanding that we're in a pandemic. So we have to be very clear. I know your website is clear about the protocols and things that you have, but I want you to make that appeal for folks to come out and to lay the groundwork for what it looks like.
Yes, thank you. So again, the basics are noon to 6 every Saturday from November until February. So, and the address is 675 South Clinton Avenue in Trenton, New Jersey. It's the intersection of Clinton Avenue and Dye Street. It's right by the HMFA building, if you want to put that in your GPS. And it's true, we are providing this. Skateboarding is great. Skateboarding is important. It does a lot of good things for the community, but we are in the midst of a pandemic. So safety and keeping everyone safe and healthy is 100% the top priority. So we've gone above and beyond the legal requirements of a recreational facility. Everyone who comes is required to wear a mask at all times. We're required everyone to maintain social distance. We frequently wipe down all our shared surfaces. And then the key new thing, in addition to those that we've added to just be an extra level of security, is we've broken the 6-hour open skate events, which go from noon to 6, down into 6 one-hour sessions. So people can skate from 12 to 1, from 1 to 2. And in between those sessions, we have everyone leave the building and then come back in. And what that allows us to do is it allows us to sort of flush things out in between. And it also helps us be aware of everyone who shared space in the building. And that allows us to contact trace. And the other important thing that we allow people to do is, because we have this attendance cap of 25 people at a time, on our website, we allow folks to RSVP, to reserve a spot at a session. So every Monday, we post a link on our website as well as on our Facebook page, which is Freedom Skatepark, and our Instagram, which is Freedom NJ. So you can go, it's just a Google form. It's really quick and simple. You fill it out and you rank your top 3 sessions that you would like to attend that coming weekend. Later in the week, we go through that and we give everyone the highest ranked session that they've requested. We go through those responses, first come, first serve order. So if you can get it in on Monday, but get it in as soon as you can, whatever day you submit. And then what we do is we give 15 people for each session the opportunity to RSVP. And then the remaining slots, because our attendance cap is 25, the remaining slots are left open for walk-ins. And that's really important because there's a whole lot of reasons somebody might walk in. Maybe your friend RSVPs and invites you to come along, and we want you to be able to do that. Maybe a lot of folks may not have reliable access to internet, or maybe they can't get connected on Monday, right when they would want to RSVP. And so we want those folks to have an equal opportunity to come out and skate. And so that's the key, really, is being able to limit the attendance to 25 at one time, which keeps everyone safe, ensures everyone has plenty of space, but also we're still able to accommodate up to 150 people every week coming through the park. So far we haven't hit that number, but we'd be excited to. And in the past, we've hit it on a weekly basis, but pandemic reality has people feeling skittish, and people are making the right decisions for them. So the bottom line is, if you want to skate, there's a 99.9% chance you will be able to skate. You may not be able to skate exactly when you show up, but you will be able to get to skate. And you won't just get to skate, you'll be able to skate with peace of mind, knowing that you and all the other skaters and the volunteers are safe from COVID.
Spot on, Jake. That was great, man. I totally appreciate that. You should probably edit that part out and just put that up on your website and just just highlight it and banner it. I think that you nailed it. And I think the point is getting very clear that Freedom is totally taking safety as the highest precaution. And like you said, when we were setting up, look, skateboarding is cool, but our health is way more important than that.
Yes, 100%.
Oh man. I want you to talk about your shirt before we finish up.
The Trenton Skate shirt. Yeah, I mean, as probably anyone who lives in Trenton can recognize, it's an adaptation of the Trenton Makes Bridge. And this was done by artist Wills Kinsey, who, if you've done pretty much anything related to any sort of rolling transportation in Trenton, except for a car, bikes, skateboards, any of that sort, he's definitely your guy, and you've probably had a good conversation with him. But so he designed these shirts, and it's an homage to the way that Trenton's culture as a industrial hub, and it's passed as a creative center where the ropes that made the Brooklyn Bridge and the Golden Gate Bridge were manufactured. It's a nod to that, and a reflection in the way that that spirit of inventiveness, that spirit of creativity, that spirit of hard work carries through today in the ethos of skateboarding, because skateboarders are hard workers. They are creative thinkers. They are people who set their own goals, live life on their own terms, and work hard to make it work and do something interesting and unique and creative. And so the shirt is something that we created in partnership with Wills and Friends of Antico Square to pay homage to that Trenton's history as a creative place, and how that history is still channeled into the efforts around skateboarding today. And so we first produced these last year for our partnership summer skateboarding jams with the Friends of Antico Square group. And we gave those out at the end of our summer season when we transitioned into the indoor skateboarding. We gave those to all the kids who'd been coming out over the course of the summer. So if you see some of these shirts floating around, know that someone is dialed in with the Trenton skate scene and has had some positive experiences, hopefully, that involved Freedom and Friends of Antico Square and all the other folks who work hard for skateboarding in Trenton.
Oh man, well done, Jake. Thanks for sharing so much great information and nailing it. I think you hit a home run, man, and I can't wait to see what else happens outside of freedom and skateboarding, et cetera. Just any idea of building a better community through a bunch of diversity. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing.
No problem. Thank you for having me on. It's great to get to talk with you and great to connect with your audience. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
For sure, man. Thank you so much. Folks, you've been listening and watching the Trenton 365 show. Make sure that you check out freedomnj.org and you can connect with Jake there. As always, it's about justice, peace, and humility.